17, Advent of Cyber. It's gonna be a traffic analysis day. Now I'm gonna show you the answers right here already because I feel this should probably be done with, for example, Wireshark. Personally, I think this tool is great, but I don't really think it's the best way of generating output. I think analysis should be done mainly in tools with a graphic user interface, but that is my personal preference. Anyways, let's get started looking at this. So I wrote down some commands for you guys to look at. We can check out right here the different commands to use. Where was it one more time? So the commands we need to answer this kind of questions. Some of the questions in the start is gonna be from the text, so the version pretty easy, and the size also pretty easy. So from question number 3, we're gonna go ahead and execute what we call the RW cut on the suspicious file, and just take the number of records to 7 because that should be enough to get the 6th record, as it's set. So straightforward, nothing crazy about that. The fourth question, which is gonna be the destination port, 6 UDP. Then the way we're going to do that is going to filter out the suspicious traffic from the silk output, and say we're going to use the protocol 17, which is in the text, as UDP. I'm going to pass that to standard out because when you do that, you can pipe it to the RW cut, which is going to generate the semi-graphical user interface, graphical text-based output for us. I'm just going to take the 6th record. You can also take 7 records, doesn't really matter. Okay, the 5th question, I'm going to do RE stats one more time on the suspicious file silk. Just go ahead and say you want to get the fields of ports and the count of 2, and that should be enough to give you the amount of percentage which the question is going to ask you about. The 6th question, one more time, use RE stats in the file. Field's going to be SIP, and the values in bytes, just take the top one and say count 1, because that's going to be the top, so you already sorted. So pretty easy, you're going to get the number 73,500,229. Easy peasy. The next 4 ones can be answered, I think this is actually the same one. So you're just going to go ahead and do RV filter one more time, pass to standard out, filtered on port 53, because it says port 53, so easy peasy. And then pipe it to standard out, so you can use RE card and get the fields S time, source, destination, and then time, and hit 10. And basically you can go ahead and see the very first record is going to be this one right there, so that's sorted that way. You can also just say hit 1, I guess. We could just try, copy paste this, put it in, and say 1. No, 10. We need 1 more. So 2 maybe. Yeah, it's gonna hit the first one there, and then the second line is gonna be number 1, and that should also give you the same result right there as I had right there. So pretty easy. And now we're gonna get the IP address. It's gonna be a bit weird because you should put these triangular brackets with a dot in between. Okay, so we also talk about that as the format. So what is the IP address to host the C2 potential server? Well, I'm gonna take the file here so I can click, and I'm gonna copy paste your command, which is gonna be this one right here. So if you execute that command, you can see that you run RV filter suspicious file on the port 53. Because most occasions, and this is just something that you just need to know, I guess, in many occasions C2 servers or control servers, command control servers, usually, and some of them communicate over DNS, because you can hide yourself in DNS records, and this is just something I knew, and it's like, yeah, it doesn't really say that, I guess. Yeah, it doesn't really say that. I just, this hint is weird, so I just figured, why not? And then pass to standard out and cut it out and say fields, source, destination, IP, and the actual time, and then it give me the first 10. And I figured, well, since I get this IP address so much, it's gotta be the answer, because it also got really large amount of traffic. I'm gonna get back to that just in a moment. and suspected to be the flood attacker. Now you need to look at the port 80, because in most occasions you flood stuff through to port 80. In this particular case, it is the truth. So you're gonna paste in the command, and you can see that you do use RV filter on the suspicious file silk. You just say the port 80, you pass it out, and say, well, let's use the RV stats, so you can have some statistics on it. I'm gonna get these fields here: IP, source, destination, and the destination port. Say the first 10 records is fine. And then you're gonna check it out and see that this basically the address here. That's the main contender, you know. It's gonna 175, 215, 236, 253, 223, sorry. You know, it's gonna be the one sending to port 80. And it can be a lot of records. So that's 48%, you know. That's a lot of percent, right? So that's why I figured it's gonna be that one. I guess the hint is detection node can help. I don't know what this hint is all about. And the suspected to be the that was the one, and then the sin. Well, that's pretty easy because that's the records right there. It's gonna take that 1658, and really that's it for this rule. Now, in order to understand this kind of, you know, commands, gonna go up here and then read the text. Basically, it's just read, and I know it's kind of tedious, these kind of rooms. Many people don't like it, you know. I'm in the middle of these kind of rooms. I don't like this tool. I really don't. I'm more like a Wireshark kind of guy. That is me. That is what I do. I don't really like these kind of things, even though it's probably got some more control here in a different kind of way, a little more speed. However, you need to have this silk format probably in this particular case, and I just like the pcat file more. I guess there is a way for you to somewhere probably missed it. Is there a way to convert? Did they tell that? You know? Yeah, they talk about the pcat format, but must be honest, you know, I didn't really. Yeah, they also talked about the Wireshark module. Go ahead and check that out. It's pretty good, you know. Go ahead and do it. Anyways, you know, I think today that's it for me and this particular room. So filtering traffic can be really good. This is a blue team. Yeah. So traffic analysis is all about you can find the right IP, look at traffic, look at the amount of bytes transferred, and that's really what traffic analysis is. I know it sounds like boring, right? Well, it is the way it is. Traffic analysis is, yeah. And if you're into the blue team kind of way, you know, this is the stuff you're gonna do for the rest of your life. I have nothing more to say about that.